Well, good morning. Joe Mack here, and I'm back. Well, I didn't get to work on my duck call yesterday. I had to get everything ready, get all the scaffolding and everything loaded up, and head to Halstead, Kansas to get those doors ready to go for tomorrow. But I got some really, really good news. My son Anthony, he's going to go to work for Mueller Metal. They're building a new shop, or a new company here in Kansas in Park City. And I'm going to tell you what, I put on metal roofs, about 18 years. And I researched all the metals and everything. And the only one I found, I had to drive 4 hours each direction to load up the metal. Good morning, Smokey. To load up the metal from Mueller. And the reason I did that is they have 26 gauge commercial grade. Warranted not to fade for 30 years. And I've had hell. Seriously, my whole house has got this metal on it. I've had hell hit this big. Hit my house before. Not a dent. I was just so impressed. Everything else, everybody else's barns and everything that I've seen were just tore all to pieces. But yeah, it's a new company. It's going to be in Park City. And my son's going to be going to work for them. I'm so happy for him. He's going to be a salesman. And doing all this work on computers. I don't even know how to explain it. But yeah, he's going to be doing that. And he's real thrilled about it and excited. And big shout out there to Sonny and Cody for helping him get on. And it's just going to be a great opportunity for him. Yeah. But if y'all need good metal, and I'm talking good metal. And another thing, I want to tell you about this too. When I first started doing this, I was scared to put it on people's houses. Barns, one thing, but houses, entirely different world. And I'd ask the different manufacturers. I'd call them because I research everything before I do anything. And I'd call them. And every one of them said, no, we just sell it. We don't have no idea how you do it, all this other kind of stuff. And I thought, oh my God, if you're selling it, you ought to at least know how to install it correctly. And nope, never did. So finally, one day I found Mueller in Wagner, Oklahoma. And I called up there, and they told me about the metal. They actually schooled me for 2 years. Yeah, anytime I had a problem, they would drive up here immediately, and it took them 4 hours to get here. They would drive up here immediately and help me until I had this down. It took 2 years, but they showed me things that nobody else even knows to today. How to do the valleys correctly and the ridges correctly and the vented closures and expandable closure and all that kind of stuff. Nobody around here knows anything about it. And a lot of these people, when they had on these other roofs put on, the homeowners called me a couple years later and they said, well, we've got leaks in our house and we had these different companies put them on. So I'd go out there and exactly what I thought. They didn't put in expandable closure in the valleys and expandable closure. I like expandable closures on the ridge too. That way you don't have the closures popping out and from the wind and stuff, because it really sticks. And what it does, it's about an 1/8 inch thick when it starts. And if you're using a CF panel, it'll go up to about 3/4 of an inch, and that closes everything. If you're using the R panel, it actually goes up to 1.5 inches. Actually, it goes up to about 1.75 inches because your ribs are 1.5 inches. But I mean, I've never seen anything like this in this company. They just worked with me, and they're like family now. I've known them for 18 years. They're like family. It's the best metal on the market for anybody out there that's wanting to put roofs on their houses. They're not open yet, but I figure probably around June, they ought to have the building finished and they ought to be in production. But anyway, that's what's going on there, and I'm not going to work on the duck call today. My wife's got me sharpening knives this morning. Then I got to do some work around the chicken coop and stuff like this. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day out there, and God bless America.